Hello and welcome. I'm in the shop, obviously, all green. If you hadn't recognised, I thought it would be easy to go live because I've got two things to show you. And instead of recording and editing and doing all that stuff, I might as well come on live, show you what I've got, because it's some good stuff. I just picked up a punk collection, 12-inch albums. Yes, Danish, oi oi. Herman, hello. I've just picked up a punk collection. And it's not every day I can say that, but it happened today. About 50 albums, about 50, 60, yes. DJ Audit's in the chat. Look at this. I actually did get a little kick of the ball. Yeah, I haven't done that. I've done my last half an hour of the Atherstone ball game, but I didn't do the sort of family side, throwing the sweets out the window. But yeah, thanks for joining. Brian's in. Hello. Like I said, the rarest record I've ever seen in my life. Well, I've only been doing this for 4 years, so that is my record life. And I didn't know how rare this was. And when you look into it and when you understand how rare it is, unbelievable. Might as well get straight into that. Here it is. Now, to my untrained eye, it's just Sergeant Pepper's. The first thing I look for in a Sergeant Pepper's, it's the flipbacks. Tells you if it's an original first press. There's no flipbacks, nothing. Okay. Now, it's very easy to miss this section up here as well because it's kind of like blended in. But that says Supercut, mastered and pressed exclusively for readers of Hi-Fi today by Nimbus Records. There you go. Now, Hi-Fi Today was a magazine. It's not the one that's sold to Herman. That's gone. And thank you, reviewer. The third shop is up and running. This came into Nuneaton this week. Guy was heading towards the charity shop and thought, "Oh, do you buy records?" Like, yeah, buy records. What you got? And bought it in there. Then thought, hold on, pricing it up, as you do. And it stood out a bit. Hi-Fi Today was a magazine in the late 70s, 80s, which it was for high-end audio enthusiasts who would spend a lot of money on equipment. And when we're talking a lot, like the drop a couple of thou on a wire, and they'd done a subscription. So they set up a company called Nimbus Records with what is considered to be the best recording equipment from the master tapes. So they went to Apple, and Apple let them have the master tapes to remaster and make it sound better, basically. And Nimbus done a range of records, and this wasn't the only one. We did have another one come in. I'll get it in a sec. So yeah, at the time it cost 30 quid, which is a lot of money back then for one record. It's about 100 quid today. So spending 100 quid on a record, you got to have a bit of money to do that. But there was only 1,000 pressed. And leading experts in the industry would consider this to be the best sounding Beatles Sgt. Pepper's on record, the best one. And people want that, the best sounding, especially because there are still people out there spending a lot of money on equipment, so they want the best. If you've got a 25 grand deck, then you want the best sounding record. This is it. And it's hard to believe I've got one. And considering it is unplayed, I haven't played it myself. I don't want to play it. I don't want a needle to go. And that's what it looks like. So that looks like a reissue to me. But you can tell, look at that. Look at that. It's fresh out the pack. There's not. I'm trying to find a flaw in this, and there just isn't one. There's there's a few specks of dust. Barry will be back. You know, I'd said I lost his shirt. I found it. It's coming back. But look at that. That is unplayed. I haven't played it myself. I don't want to. My equipment doesn't deserve to play this type of record. Yeah. And what's it worth? One sold on eBay this week. Now the listing for that record, he overhyped that record. He was rizzing up the sellers, and that's a dangerous game to play, because one person's opinion on a mint record is another person's, VG plus. I would not go down that route. And he sold it. He got £4,000 for that. And the only thing is missing is the insert. Now, if you know the Beatles, yeah, it's not there. Yes, ABL's in the house. The Dark Side of the Moon. I don't know, 40 quid. So it means it's not bad. It's up there. I couldn't tell you what pressing it is here and now. If you want to send me an Instagram message after, we'll sort it out. What was I saying? Yeah, £4,000. After fees, that's 3.5. So what am I going to do? I mean, it's great to have. I showed someone in the week and they nearly had a heart attack. But yeah, another fantastic record that come into Nuneaton. So that's that. I just wanted to get that out there. Punk collection. If you're into a punk, check out this collection. Some records I haven't seen before. This is Heart Attack. Right, this light's a bit. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we'll have to do. What should we start with? Let's start. Just go top straight off the bat. I mean, not punk, but could be considered punk. It's an absolute classic. Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, 12-inch single. These have been in a loft for like 30 years, and it's in a great condition. There was a bit of there's a few 12-inch. Joe Walsh, Human League Blue, nothing. Now we're getting started. Ramones, Don't Come Close, and I Don't Want You. I had a guy come in. Oh, it's yellow as well. Just noticed that. What? A guy come into the shop, Nuneaton, a few weeks ago. Said, "You buy records?" I said, yeah, buy records. Yeah. What you got? I said, "Oh, I'm selling these." He said, "Okay, yeah, fine. I can't remember what I paid. It was the price I paid." I said, "Say 200 quid." He said, "Oh, do you want these ones in the car as well?" I just couldn't bring 2 boxes in. I'm like, yeah, well, I'll have them. I don't even know what they are at this point. And he brings in a full run of Ramones albums. I'm like, "Is that included? Is that included in the price?" Like, yeah. I was like, "So." Next up, V2, 12-inch. What's this called? Made in the box. Man in the box. And When the World Isn't There, V2, 12-inch punk. Not much 12-inch punk about. Vinyl gold. I'm Trips, you're probably talking about the Beatles. Absolutely. Heaven 17 on your money. Not punk, but he had it in his collection. The teardrops, in and out fashion. You can always tell what punk. I didn't even bother to seal this. It's just like a fold-out poster sleeve. The teardrops, in and out fashion. I don't think we've had that. Human League Red. Look at this. Talking Heads, Psycho Killer. And Smile. Yeah, the Beatles. On Sire Records. That seems like it's just pristine condition. Then you had a load of U2, Rattle and Hum. I've got that much U2 at the moment. That much U2. War. October. Joshua Tree. You're not here for this. You're here for the punk. I can't forget the name of this. Achtung Baby. And Unforgettable Fire. There you go. Buzzcocks. I think all of this now is punk. 12s. Kind of tension. A different kind of tension. A different kind of tension. Twice. Don't think I've had that. I've had this. Love Bites. Look at the condition. I think so, Dave. I think it is. 40 quid? 30, 40 quid? It's worth money, but you still have to find the buyer. Not everyone's a U2 fan. In a Different Kitchen. I've had this a few times. Look at the condition of these. Very, very, very well looked after. Jam. Dig in the New Breed. Think it's the best album. Met the Buzzcocks a few times, but you know it. Oh, of course you don't. Don't get you started. Jam. This Is the Modern World. Haven't had any Jam for a while, and I've had a few people asking about it. Snap. Gatefold. Oh god, it reminds me of me doing Whatnot. Ugh, it's bringing back nightmares, that is. Look at this. The Yobs. Christmas album by the Yobs. I might save this for the Christmas box. They are mint, yeah. Funnily enough, I sold I had in Back to the Future 2. Sold. Gone. Tuesday that was. Who's Last? Don't think I've had that. That's good Gatefold, isn't it? There you go. Undertones album. Self-titled. Look, you can see the sheen. Look at that. Lovely condition. Next up, Talking Heads. More songs about buildings and food. There you go. Only got 10 for Back to the Future. I think Back to the Future 2 got 45, but I believe that there is a gap there. There's money to be made in Back to the Future albums, because I've seen a video where if you've got a sealed Back to the Future 1 or 2 VHS, it's worth like, but you've got to have it graded. It's worth like $20,000. Strangler's Greatest Hits 77 to 90. Again, nice condition. Stiff Little Fingers, Hanks. I've had this a few times. Not worth a great number, but people do buy them. Skids, Scared to Dance. Where are the cameras? There you are. I think a lot. Everyone knows everything about your life, Dave. Simple Minds Live. Seen that a few times. Haven't seen this. Silent Running, Shades of Liberty. Home is Where the Heart Is, Emotional Warfare, One in a Million Day. Never seen that one before. I presume it's punk. He's got a leather jacket on. 1984. The Ruts, Grin and Bear It. Yeah, got loads of techno, John. Hall Green is where the techno's at, probably. You got to dig for it though. Next up, Rich Kids. I've had this before, I think. Ghosts of a Princes in Towers. No, I mean, very, very nice condition. More Ramones, It's Alive. Gatefold. Yes, hi Rob. There you go. The Ramones. The Photos. Self-titled. Yeah, there you go. Generation. Penetration. Sorry, not Generation. Penetration. Rage Against Time. Never seen it. Can't say I've seen this. Demos, it says. Interesting. Demos live, I think. Trip to Trumpton. Something's telling me I have that on a CD single. Trip to Trumpton. Yeah. Best of Gary Newman. Newman. The Motors. Les Miserables, which I don't know why it's here, but it is. Graham Parker, The Up Escalator, according to the spine. Generation X, self-titled. There you go. The Bin Man has not been here yet. The rubbish is getting bigger and bigger. There's no sign of them coming either. In fact, Sky News was outside the shop on Tuesday with the local councillor. Eagles Greatest Hits. Eagles Hotel California, standard. The Dawn of the Dickies. Look at that. Like a Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dickies. Billy Idol, met him, yeah. All right, Dave, you can calm down now. You can calm down. The Comsat Angels. Waiting for a Miracle. There you go. Comsat Angels, Sleep No More. Kevin Bacon was in that band. Comsat Angels. Is the Dawn of the Dickies blue vinyl? Let me check. Bosh. There you go. It is. Nice, that is. More Comsat Angels fiction. I've never had any Comsat Angels, so it's the first. The Clash. Self-titled. There you go. I've got one. Got London Calling there as well. Nice. To Hell with the Boys. By the Boys. There you go. The Clash. If you want about the Clash, Dave, yeah, I think it is the first press because we've got 50 quid on it. So, more The Boys alternative chartbusters. Is Alan Lee on what? There might be a delay. I don't know who you're on about. Alan Lee. You still on about the Dickies? Can't see. Don't know. The Boys. You're too slow, Dave. You're too slow. The Boys is Jade Black, Kid Reed, Matt Dangerfield, Casino Steel, and Honest John Plain on that one. No, it's not on this one either. Encounters with Blondie, 28 of Blondie's greatest tracks. Never seen that. Gatefold. Oh, look at that. It's all right, isn't it? The Alarm Declaration. Bit of, is that gothic? And the adverts. Crossing the Red Sea with the adverts. Land of Milk and Honey. There you go. That's the albums. Let's move these over. 7-inch. You've never seen that? It's got to be. Hopefully, it is. Young Savage Ultravox. The Blondie. It's not foreign. Air Records, 1983. London. Susie and the Banshees, Spellbound. The 7-inch are just as in a nice condition as the albums. Christine, Susie and the Banshees. The Skids, Sweet Suburbia. Oh my God, look at that llama. The Skids, Gatefold, 7-inch. Double. No car boots. Dutch Hardcore. Nah. No Dutch Hardcore. Comsat Angels. Will You Stay Tonight? Comsat Angels. Red Planet Revisited. Comsat Angels. Do the Empty House. With a limited edition extra single. It's not in there. Comsat Angels, It's History. We had a conversation in his house regarding in fact, these two. He thought they were worth like 50 quid each. Done a bit of research. They weren't. Basically, if that, it says Howard Devoto on it. If Howard Devoto is not named, that's when it's worth 50. And it's on that paper label. The Buzzcocks Spiral Scratch, 2 of them. So, the Buzzcocks Addict Orgasm. Ever fall in love with somebody you shouldn't? Yeah. The Titan crew still holding it down. Yeah, remember that. Running free, Buzzcocks. Everything. Buzzcocks. Buzzcocks Harmony in my head. Strange Thing, Buzzcocks. Buzzcocks Noise Annoys. Buzzcocks What and Do I Get? Adverts, Gary Gilmore's Eyes, Bored Teenagers. The adverts, My Place. The adverts, Television's Over, Back from the Dead. Great condition. Adverts, Safety Numbers, We Who Wait. TV Smith's Explorers. There's the back. Tomahawk Cruise, See Europe. Don't know what that is. TV Smith's Explorers. Bought from Revolver Records for 99 pence. The adverts. Quick Step. And One Chord Wonders. The adverts, No Time to Be 21. The Jam Live. Move On Up, Get Yourself Together. Undertones, Teenage Kicks. Some of this won't hang about, I'm telling you now. Undertones, Teenage Kicks, like a EP sort of thing. A few tracks on. Magazine, Shot by Both Sides. Patti Smith Group, Because the Night. Killing Joke, Empire Song. Oh, TV Smith was in the adverts. Okay. Graham Parker and the Rumours. Hey Lord, Don't Ask Me Questions. Sex Pistols, Popcorn. That's pretty common. Sound of the Suburbs, or the Members. See Through. Clear Vinyl. Simple Minds, Chelsea Girl. The Jam, News of the World. Nice. Yeah, Herman, you know, especially like that Beatles one. It's gonna be they're gonna be appearing on the market more often than they used to, unfortunately. Down in the station at midnight, which is why, by the Jam, it's a bit like crypto. The market will go up and down. You've got to get out at the right time, because if you don't, you're left holding the bag. And that's very similar to people that collect rock and roll. There's no one buying rock and roll. There's still people that will buy rarer stuff, but Found out too late by 999. You found out too late that your records aren't worth too much anymore, but you're still trying to get a lot for them. Style counts are grooving. Yeah, so it's very wild story of the blues. Very, I kind of deal with it a lot when you're dealing with people that have passed away and the family is like, very difficult. And I don't hard sell. I'll check it out after, Aaron. I'm not sure. I haven't price checked any of these yet. I don't do the hard sell. You're standing in someone's. It happened to me last week. A Northern Soul collection. Now, Northern Soul. It's worth a lot of money. The guy was ill, very ill, and he was selling stuff on eBay, and he kept the best back because what he wanted to do was when he got better, he's going to play again, and that never happened. And he passed away, and then the wife is left with this collection, and I said, look, this is my offer. You can think about it, I'll go away. You can try and get other offers. It's not going to be on me. I'm not going to sort of steamroll you into and pressure getting this stuff. This is my offer. This is what I can afford. Think about it. Try and sell it for more. And if you do, you're doing the best thing for yourself and your husband. So, very difficult situation. Media Messiahs, Eddie and the Hot Rods, Hi Maximus, UB40, Don't Slow, Moscow, Man from Uncle, and White Black, Toya, Toya. That is an old photo of Toya. She's not looking like she used to. Tin Soldier, Stiff Little Fingers. Ramones, Do You Want to Dance? Nice. Protex, Don't Ring Me Up. Now, these are the ones that interest me. The homemade punk albums. I mean, look at that. It's like, just want your attention. And this folds out into some sort of poster. And it's like, hold on. Good Vibrations Records. So it's like a proper homemade thing. And there's that. Protex. David McMaster, Aidan Murta, Owen McFadden, and Paul Maxwell. Oh, this is Belfast. Yeah. Did you? Yes, James did. It sold to a subscriber in the end, so I put it on eBay for £1, and it sold for 985, and it went to a subscriber. So that was nice. And I've got another one. Haven't spoke about yet. Not in as good condition. This is what I mean about more things coming to market. The Dark Side of the Moon Solid Blue Triangle was one of these holy grails which you never seen. Now all of a sudden I've seen 3. So there you are. The Boys, first time. The same will happen with the Please Please Me gold parlophones. Whoa, look at this. Hello Gram Records, I'm So Hollow, Distraction. I'm So Hollow, Dreams to Fill the Vacuum. The Vinyl Inch, crazy. I'm selling more 12-inch singles, imports and LPs in the 12-month. DJs are going for the a cappella version. Yeah. Protex is £100 plus. Ooh. Master of Reality, £60 on that. No poster, obviously. Bethnal, we've got to get out of this place. Ain't got a clue by the lurkers. I haven't seen that before. Oh, look. Hold on. Look at that. So the lurkers have got a gold floppy disk in there on Beggars Banquet Records. Fulham Fallout 33. Oh, gold. Look, I checked. I don't know why I checked in there. I think the vinyl inch, going back to your comment there, some of this stuff is probably only on vinyl. And now people are, you know, especially with TikTok crazes, if you got a viral video and it's got a track, an old track, you'll find that if you got it on eBay, you've had it for 4 years and maybe you had 4 copies, it's like bam, 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 gone. Yeah, no worries, mate. I won't be too much longer on here anyway. I'm coming to the end of this. Human League Holiday. Human League, boys and girls. I think that this is coming up to might be a couple of girlfriends he had. What have I missed? The quads. There's never been a night. Yeah, you've missed everything. You'll have to go back. In fact, have you seen this? This is it, James. Now, don't forget, I'm not a collector of records. I've got no emotional attachment to any record. In fact, I do, and they're signed, which I don't sell, and they're mine. Other than that, everything can go. It's all for sale. But I'll need a thumbnail. So hold on. Yeah, let me get a bit closer. There's that. Yeah, thank you very much. There's the thumbnail. So the Holy Grail is that Beatles Supercut Nimbus Records. What hi-fi today? But then there's other records that would be worth 10,000. You know, if you've got a Sex Pistols 7-inch that, you know, was produced and put in a drawer at Virgin Records and it suddenly appears £20,000. If you come across like a very, very, very low numbered Beatles White album, it's thousands of pounds. I know, Dave, we have been getting some really good stuff in. The Morrissey, we've got £55 on that. Kill Uncle. In fact, that's another album that come into where that come in? Oh yeah, that was just free. That was just given to me. Donation. I had an email saying I've got some records. I'm moving out. Do you buy singles? I was like, not really. What depends what's there. But he said I've got some albums as well. I said, look, I don't want anything for them. Just come and pick them up. I was like, fine. I'll take the gamble. You know, I'm doing him a favour. He's moving out. And but there was no, that wasn't in there. What was in there? If you follow the Facebook page, Music is the Answer. We always put a picture up of what's come in. Can't find it, but basically there was loads of Cocteau twins. Is that how you say it? I don't know how you say it. The Beast of TH, hello. Yeah, I'm doing all right, actually. Not bad. I had some really good stuff in. If you want to go back, check back. Yeah, Morrissey's ex-guitarist Boz. I mean, it's where are all these people now, Dave? You know, all these famous people. Bring them to the shop. Wow. Number 115. The lowest I've had intact with vinyl and posters was 50,000. But then I've had a sleeve that was 27,000. That was just a sleeve only. Barry's coming back. He's coming back. He's been hiding. He didn't like going. He didn't like getting relegated into the second division. So he's been a bit embarrassed. But yeah, he'll be back. Basically, I lost his shirt and I found it, so he'll be back. So yeah, that's what's been happening. I was doing some stats for March, and March this year, what we're on the 20th of March this year, we are basically doubled the amount we took last March. So we're doing all right. And yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah, thanks a lot, James. Thanks for popping on. But that is it. That is the collection. This won't be in the shop for long. You know, you don't get an excellent condition collection of punk albums and singles very often. And so if you see anything you like, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. So much easier going live than editing this and putting this little music in here and doing this and that. So yeah, thanks a lot anyway. Is there going to be a car bit this weekend? I don't know. It depends how much records comes into the shop between now and then, because I've got to pay for the stuff. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm going, I don't want to be going around the car boot at 5 o'clock in the morning looking for, you know, Simon and Garfunkel albums when I've got stuff coming in. It's just, why? Walk with something balanced on my head before I go. Yes, good shout. In fact, yes, I could do that actually. You just reminded me. We are now starting to sell these Music is the Answer sleeves. Basically, I didn't make a mistake. What did I do? I said £12 or 2 for 18. That doesn't make sense, really, because 12 times 2 is 24. So if you're doing 2 for 20, it makes sense, doesn't it? So we are doing pack of 50 for 12 quid, pack of 100 for 20. From the ones that are done, there is only 50% left. Yeah, there's only half are gone, basically. So that's what I'm trying to say. But I've just put a huge order in, massive, because I'm getting them made for me, basically. I found a way to do it, and I'm doing it. I'm going all in on these. So yeah, let me know if you want to pack. And I've had some good feedback about them as well. But yeah, thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Bye.